Yes, we back. Let me share the video. Alright, let me share the video. And we go come right back, y'all. Just stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. Yes. Hold on, y'all. I'm still sharing the video. We about to go in. About to go in on the decode. What's up, family? Come on in. Yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yes, it's Trumptastic on the Black Down the Trump radio show. Yeah, I'm about to hit y'all over the head with another banger. Turn up pictures. Yeah, y'all gonna love this one. Okay. Yeah, adrenochrome junkie. Yeah, adrenochrome junkie. Yeah, Hollywood's dead and I hate Kevin Spacey. King of the jungle and I flipped it like a monkey. Yeah, I flipped it like a monkey. Yeah, I flipped it like a monkey. Yeah, adrenochrome junkie. Yeah, adrenochrome junkie. Yeah, Hollywood's dead and I hate Kevin Spacey. King of the jungle and I flipped it like a monkey. Yeah, adrenochrome junkie. Yeah, adrenochrome junkie. Yeah, adrenochrome junkie. Yeah, adrenochrome junkie. Yeah, Hollywood's dead and I know it's getting ugly. Yeah, I seen the flying log and I hit it with the Dougie. Better watch the waters cause the waters getting so muddy. George Sorrel lurking and I hit you in your target spot. Sucker free Sunday had you passing out the lollipop. Hollywood's dead, I'm taking trips out to Calabasas. Adrenochrome junkie, yeah, that's a lot of dope. 100 body nose dive, yeah, that's a lot of coke. Hanging by the neck, kick the chair, that's a suicide. Jim Jones drinking, but you still order pizza gate. Chilling with the rats, Ninja Turtles, I'm the sensei. Homos with the sexuals, I think you need some being gay. Adrenochrome junkie, caught you chewing on some pizza sauce. Cooking up some beef, but don't forget the pepperonis, dripperoni slags. Cloning with a second cousin, Dr. Fauci pizza roll. Hit her with a heart attack. Adrenochrome junkie, lost his kids and never got them back. Running up the numbers, counting like a Dracula. Vampire life, cross him over, I'm the hidden legend. Jesus Christ, Elon Musk, yeah, that's the hidden weapon. Dr. Pimple Poppers popping pills, that's a sin infection. Big Mike, pay-per-view, I hit him with a big erection. Trump 2024, yeah, that's a big election. Adrenochrome junkie had you praying to the Baphomet. Brewing up some soup, number 7, 8, the alphabet. Child sacrifice remind me of the fragile drip. Maritime laws now kick you off your battleship. Chelsea went to Clinton's and she couldn't even handle that. I caught the deep state and I flipped him like an acrobat. Stirring up the Milky Way, I'm surfing on an Applejack. Moral on the red and I think I want my Pranzy back. Adrenochrome junkie, yeah, adrenochrome junkie, yeah. Hollywood's dead and I hate Kevin Spacey. King of the jungle and I flipped it like a monkey, yeah. Flipped it like a monkey, yeah. Flipped it like a monkey, yeah. Adrenochrome junkie, yeah. Adrenochrome junkie, yeah. Hollywood's dead and I hate Kevin Spacey. King of the jungle.
Yes. Where y'all at? Hold on. Think we about done sharing the video. Oh, I don't know. I think we done sharing the video. But who I got in here? We got two people in here off Facebook. We got a few people here in here off of X. Here y'all come. Come on in. We gotta talk about this, y'all. And we gotta talk about a lot of other things too. Some stuff that happened today. The thing is, so many things happen, man. Like I could keep a count of it, but just to pack everything into one episode, man, that's a full-time job, man. I wish I had time to like really like do that, but I got to get on here at certain times. We live certain lifestyles. People out here working. Uh, some say the economy's still bad. Some people are suffering. Shouts out to them. I hope everything gets better. See, over here we uplift, man. We uplift. And the thing is, we all know who this is right here. This is, what is he, 44? Yeah, this is 44. But 44 expose alien talk. What is alien? A alien is what you call a Raëlian. A Raëlian is Ra and L. And if you slow the word down, a alien means a lean on the soul. So, who has a lien on the soul? This mediator they call Christ has a lien on the soul because you got to go through him. Now, the thing is, in the Raëlian movement, they believe in the same thing. As you can see, you see their symbol, the swastika, and they got the star David. And here go your Fibonacci spiral or your black hole. Right here, they all worship a spiral. But the thing is, the spiral is just the rings. You see, these are the rings, and this would be personified as Mount Meru, because you can't explain and personify this Raëlian movement without flat Earth cosmology. You wouldn't be able to put it together. That's why we're putting it together tonight. How this ties in, and you can see L right here in this cosmology right here. The thing is, you see Christ. See, Christ is another form of L2. When they say, "Oh, who was that bearded man over there? The man with the beard." He is what we call a elder. An elder. This what they call the saints. He would be a saint. This is L. As you can see, he got a beard, just like Christ, just like Santa Claus. This is your Santa Claus, your modern day Nimrod, but this is also Yahshua right here too. This is Yahshua in this cosmology right here, and these are your horoscope. This is your horoscope, the Taurus, the Bull, right here, because this all represents Christ, the one that's in the middle of the cosmos. But they personify Christ as an alien as well. You see how this is shaped? Just like flat earth cosmology, because in the middle of the earth, and they know this too. They know this too. I didn't come on here to demonize anybody, but we gonna go into the video. Let's see if they still got it. Cause I don't even I do these off the top of the head, man. Call-in section is open. Hold on. I'm still sharing the video. Yeah, alien means they got a lean on the soul, a lean on the soul and the body. The body. Who is the body? Who is the body? Let me show you who the body is. Yeah, the body is AI. See, and when you say, "Oh man, this UFO's sex cult," it's really a sex cult because they intermingling with the other side. They taking your dead ancestors and plugging them into these Elon bots. But in the city of Zionism, that's this shit in the Epstein files too, family. This shit in the Epstein. I'm combing what's over in the Epstein files because they believe in this shit too. Y'all don't understand. See, this is why I had to upgrade my damn knowledge, man. Like I used to do content for the babies, and I was like, man, I cannot do content for the babies anymore. I can't do it. I can't do it. We're gonna have to see the people that have been following me for years. They already know about this stuff. We talk about this stuff damn near almost every day. We bring it up, you know what I'm saying? We bring it up, but I'm tired of doing like baby content when I know, my mind is immaculate. We could, we could stretch the truth over here just a little bit more than the average caucasoid. But like I said, this is what's going on behind closed doors. So let's pull up what Barry said. Hold on, let me find it. I forgot her. And Barry, he crosses his legs a lot. He crosses his legs a lot because I think he like to get probed. He like to get probed just like an alien. See, aliens, they bisexual, they homosexual too. Did you know that? See, aliens, they got them long ass fingers, and when they get you in this damn starship, they like to probe buttocks. They put little metal chips in your damn belly button and all that. So that's what's going on too. But I didn't come here to demonize the Obamas, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their feelings made up about the Obamas, But I'm not about to sit here and give you the obvious. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to just give you some. It's the same shit we done combed over. We talking about aliens, man. You know what I'm saying? But I think Obama is an alien, man. You gotta think his head start out big. His head start out big at the top, and then they get real thin at the bottom. So his phenotype speaks tall gray. I already know all about the tall grays and shit, man. The small grays, the what the Z, what do they call the Zedi? I forgot, man. I ain't even go butcher them little aliens now because they might come and fucking duck me tonight. You never know because them motherfuckers shapeshift for real. Them motherfuckers come in that. Excuse my language, but I don't know what to call these entities. I don't know because you gotta think there are entities that you see upon death, and they call them motherfuckers from the other side. Okay, they call those entities from the other side. I don't know if I remember if I told y'all this story about a man. He had a near death experience. I think somebody shot him in his stomach, and guess what? When he died, he said he didn't see Christ, but he said he's seen three shadowy beings. Man, and they all said he said it's his time to go, and dude was like, nah, it ain't his time to go. But the other two was trying to pull him in. But the thing is, that's part of the alienism concept, where upon death, you will get raptured by this God they call Christ. If you don't believe in Christ, it's gonna be Allah that resurrects your ass and make you ascend. That is the mediator, because these deities do not see you worthy of a direct connection to the Most High Creator. And some say he's a creator God. There's another God on top of this one, another God. See, the thing is, it's the whole personification of the Lord of the Rings because you got a God right here. You might have a God right here. You might have another God of this world. See, the God of this world, the fifth dimension. They call this the fifth dimension, don't they? Or is this the sixth? It might be Universe 25. It might be Earth 3220. You never know. These are the multi layers of reality that's built just like the quantum computer for a reason. It's built just like the quantum, okay, or what they call the backbone of Osiris, or the Hall of Osiris. This would be the Hall of Osiris. You're going through this damn hallway, or what they call the light bearer. This would be Christ and the devil, because in those days, in this Obama code, they worship Christ as fucking. Excuse my language, please. I just feel good tonight, so let me work. This deity would be personified as the demiurge, or who they call Yaldabaoth. So once you get up in here, you meet Yaldabaoth. You split. They say it's seven. They say it's seven layers, seven copies of the original copy, because there's only one perfect copy here at Eden. That's Eden. That's the snake. That's the snake. The knowledge of good and evil. See, back then people worship the snake as Christ, the serpent as Christ. See, the serpent, he ain't bad. See, y'all, they flipped it. They flipped it, and they split Christ up in how many? 12 disciples. Disciples. After, see, okay, those 12 disciples, they all knew the knowledge of Christ, but after it came from Christ, it ain't perfect no more. That's where you get your seven different churches and revelations, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And these are the letters. These are the will of God. The wills of God are what we call the Fibonacci family. This is the spiral or the spirits. Okay. This is the spirit of El. Okay. But if you put, guess what? If you put HE on L, that's hell. Or HE double hockey sticks. The thing is, if you push HEEL, guess what? You get healed. You get healed. Who personifies the heal? Christ. Christ is a healing God. Okay, where did Christ get pierced at? In his feet, his heel. That's what they call the foundation or the four corners of the earth, family. In this where I got this dang free Masonic cosmology picture somewhere. I might have to pull that up. I ain't got them all queued up because we're going off the top of the head. You know how we do it. Live documentary. Live documentary, you know. You know how we do it. is another form of the god Aten. Let's pull up the god Aten. Do I have the picture of Aten? We'll get into the picture of Aten. Hold on. Let's read this too while I look up. While I show you who Baal is or Baal. Because the thing is, they do worship a Baal. And I wouldn't even add it to the stage. That's crazy. But like I said before, let's pull this up. I wonder how long I was out. Uh, this personifies the damn pineal gland or the pinnacle. Like I said, this is the phoenix. This is also the Christ bird as well. And as you can see, it's symbolizing the same actions. Matter of fact, this is also the god Atlas holding up the globe as well. Everything synced together. Everything synced together. But if you don't have the third eye, this is all. This is why the entertainers, y'all say the entertainers is mocking God, but that's who they think you are. They think you a god. Their god is money. Y'all say, oh, he's mocking. No, they see these motherfuckers is scared of you more than more than you scared of them. They really scared of people waking up. So when this third eye starts to open, you dig? They start running like roaches. As you can see with the Epstein list, I wonder how long I was out. I hope I wasn't out for too long. I hope I seen that segment and chime right back in. I don't think I missed too much for real. Because when I be changing these slides, sometimes I go in and out. I have to put myself back in the damn show. So, but like I said, that's the spotlight or the light bearer. See, the devil, or who they call Shaitan, was considered a light bearer also. Okay, but some say that's the false light. Then some say the straight and narrow would be the upright, or the straight and narrow would be Christ. Because how in the hell, where is the straight and narrow at on this globe Earth? Let's pull it. Cause I cannot explain this. Let's pull up the Earth. I mean, because you gotta think, man. This is why they ahead of y'all in some of these things, because y'all don't know their religion. This is what I'm talking about is all in the Epstein's files. Y'all not go dig that. Y'all not go dig into that. Y'all not go dig into that. So how in the hell you tell me where would be what they call the straight and narrow on this globe model right here? When I just told you the Raëlian movement is based off a mediator who lies in the middle. Everything rotates around Christ. This is a 360, man. This is a knowledge. This is the 3-6 knowledge. The knowledge of the 360. 360 is perfect. This is not perfect right here. This is 365. It's offset. Now the thing is, where is hell on globe Earth compared to flat Earth? You see the tectonic plates. You can only have tectonic plates on a flat plane, and they call plates for a reason. But like I said, some say these Raëlians or these aliens come from inside the Earth right here. But like I said, when you part of the damn space program, you worship in Baal. You worship in Baal. Baal. That's why they give you Baal Earth right here. Baal Earth is their Hellenistic NASA programming. It's an offshoot of their god Baal. So don't think you off the hook, buddy, because you worship. Yeah, you worship Baal because the thing is, the devil know the truth more than the average good person. The devil will give you an exact copy to where you can't even tell the truth. Now, when you're dealing with this sex cult they call Scientology, as you can see, their symbol is the flat Earth symbol, the flat plane with the dome over it, and then you got Christ in the middle, just like this. You got shoe or y'all shoe in the middle. Y'all shoes represent the Christ, the cross. That's why he got his arms out, but he coming from the middle. He ain't coming from the east. Y'all think Christ coming from the Middle East. You see what I'm saying? The Middle East is headed towards Saturn, right here. When you talking about Freemason cosmology, Saturn is set at a 45-degree angle, fam. He ain't coming. That's the Middle East right there. But the Antichrist come out the Middle East because he deal with Scientology and he deal with Zionism. That's what's coming out of Jerusalem, New Jerusalem, who they call New Haven. New Haven. Now y'all get it. We've been speaking it. We've been speaking. This is why I gotta up my content. The babies, they leave, man. The babies, they get up on out of here because guess what? They're not ready for because this is they Trinity. I told you what they Trinity is. Let me pull up what they Trinity. Their Trinity, because I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about right here. Because when you're dealing with the flat Earth dome and this cross in the middle, because that cross represents shoe. But you see the guy shoe right here holding up his arms and ball on his head. The guy ball on ball is basically a sun god. They worship the sun as Christ. But the thing is, when you're talking about human cannibalism, the father sacrificing their son, and then when you look at what they doing, with Jeffrey Epstein and shit, they just copying, they just following scripture, and they said if you okay with it, fuck it, they okay because the universe don't see it as good or evil. It's just the whole symbolism behind the Baphomet. It can either go this way, and you can either go that way. And guess what? Them fingers, they good for probing. Yeah, those long ass Obama fingers out this bitch. Okay, or what they call an abomination. Abomination, freaky nation. But like I said before, this sign right here personifies a polar vortex in the middle of or the center of the universe, right here, or who they call Polaris, aka the Most High. And this is where your pole is, and that's the whole concept of the voting system of going to the polls because that's where the magnetic attraction is at going to the polls. So when the political party shifts, this disc basically turns. You know, that's where you get the Mayan calendar, the Mayan. That's why they could tell time. That's how you could tell who's gonna be president in this day and age. That's how you could tell time. They tell time by the heavens. So that's their sundial or their sun disc that they worship in the form of Polaris. But That's your story of Christ, basically, the nutshell. The guy's shoe is where you get the guy Yashu. But the shoe, like I said, when we talk about the shoe, and they said the Jewish invented the shoe. Like you got names like shoemaker and everything. See, back then you was identified by your profession. So you back then you could have called shoemaker. What's another name? Uh, that has to deal with a job title. Carpenter. Those is uh forms of Christ or what he embodied. He was a carpenter. You know, what he washed people's feet. You know what I'm saying? Type deal. That's the guy's shoe. As you can see, he's kneeling in the middle of the cosmos. But as you can see, he's holding up this simulation. Now, who else is Christ? It's all part of Raëlianism. Actually, I cannot. This would be a whole 30-part series. Honestly, this would be a whole 30-part series. And the thing is, we're gonna have to do part two. We're gonna do part two though. But we just getting in the scope of things. You know what I'm saying? They all practice this shit. The real society. This is flat Earth. This shit. That's the flat Earth cosmos right there. You see, it's all based off this damn uh, layering system right here. That's how the real society they do their rituals. They always do their rituals on a top of a mountain or who they call Black Rock or what they call Black Rock. As you see, it's designed like that. Here go God, and you sacrifice the most precious innocent human being on top of the mountain right here. Okay, and then like I said, you got your rankings, but at this point, humans are dealing with the animals. We in the animal kingdom because we are the part of the barbaric or the barbarianism system. But like I said, when you dealing with the guy Baal or Baal, this is also a form of a form of Ottanism or Satanism, and this would be personified as Satanism. See, the thing is, the original Christians that they were Satanists, but not in a bad way. Until the new church came around and demonized the knowledge of the serpent, they turned the serpent into the devil. But the thing is, the serpent was trying to give you the knowledge of God, just like Christ. What was Christ for? Christ came down here to give you the knowledge of God. But guess what? They gave that role to somebody else and they demonized it. So now you thinking having the knowledge of God is being a devil. And you would never get the knowledge of God. That's why there are followers and saints. The saints, they still worship the serpent. They still worship what they call the Nehushtan. In the Nehushtan, raised the snake up in the wilderness on the cross. That was their first form of Christ. So when people was like, who was Christians worshiping before Christ? And they say, oh man, they was worshiping the devil. That's true in a sense. Because the devil was the first light bearer that came to earth. But who followed the devil? Christ. Christ is the second coming. The devil is the first coming of Christ. So who's who? That's what I'm saying. Who's who? Now Christ, he supposed to come back, but that ain't the real Christ. The real Christ is the devil, and the devil is the fake Christ. They flipped it on y'all. They flipped it on. I should end the show because, like I said, I should just end the show. On that note, and start part two. But we gonna go into some more shit. Stephen Greer, he's a Raëlian. So if you believe in aliens, And all these gods, they got alien type abilities. He's an alien, the Baphomet. Mary, she's an alien. Because guess what? These deities know way more than you. Enoch, he was an alien or Enochian or Anunnakian. Enoch is Anunnaki. And they call Anunnaki or Enoch an alien too. All of these guys are alien guys. They got a lean on the soul. They androgynous. I told you, Jesus Christ is a form of Ottanism. This was the first form of Christ right here. They said Christianity came out of Egypt. I'm giving you the manuscript right here. It's up to you. You listen or don't want to listen, but it's all in the form of this Raëlian movement right here, family. Okay? Because these are gods or different entities that come from the other side. The two variants of the Raëlian logo, the former uses of the swastika in the center, the century, and a lateral swirl representing the shape of the galaxy. I told you, because these are Hebrews that's stirring up the galaxy. And you know what? I gotta end the show, man. I had a lot more for y'all too, man. I gotta go do something. So I think we go into like a 10-part series on this. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. I gotta go do some. I gotta drop off some shit to my son. So just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. All right. We out of here.